Hi, my name is Taina Negron, and I'm going to be talking to you about 5G networking. The reason I chose this topic is because I work for AT&T, and I don't really know what goes on between the cellular devices and their wireless networks. I want to be able to share with my customers if they ask about what 5G is and what we can expect for the future. First, I'm going to talk about 4G versus 5G. 5G is going to have more channels and wider channels for more data to transfer through. Many carriers are transitioning from 4G to 5G, so for those to coexist, they need dynamic spectrum sharing. It allows operators to share spectrum bands for different radio access technologies. What this basically means is it allows for 4G and 5G to exist together so that both waves can be used. 5G has a decrease in latency. Latency is the delay that exists when a device connects to a wireless network. What this is basically like is it's like a lag. So like if you're playing video games and your remote doesn't always sync up with the virtual play, it's because there's a little bit of a lag. So 5G is going to decrease this in wireless networks. As you can see from the graph, this is AT&T's download speeds on the Samsung Ultra. Now you can see that 5G Plus, which is AT&T's version of 5G, is much faster than 4G. So they're expecting much better results for service. On this graph, you'll see the average download speeds by carrier. You see Verizon right now is at the top of the game. You see AT&T is a little bit behind, but Sprint and T-Mobile are definitely the slowest. They're definitely much slower than AT&T and Verizon. You see also that T-Mobile has high band and low band spectrum, which we will be talking in the next slide. So there's three different types of spectrum or experiences for 5G. One is going to be low band spectrum. Low band spectrum covers long distances with a gray area, and it can penetrate through walls and buildings easily. However, it is slow, and it does work less than 1 gigahertz. Mid-band consists of Wi-Fi and cellular frequencies. It works from 1 gigahertz to 10 gigahertz. Now, many people say this is a happy medium for 5G because it carries plenty of data over great distances. The next band spectrum is high band spectrum, also known as millimeter waves. Now, this is new and revolutionary. However, it does drop data faster and only has short distances available. Therefore, there needs to be small cells to boost signal. Small cells are lower power base stations that cover more area so that there's more waves and more ways to boost the signal. Also, the higher band spectrum does decrease more in latency as well. So from this image, you can see that there's AM, FM radio, which are very low, and you can see Wi-Fi at the highest. That's where 5G opportunities can occur. You also see in the evolution of wireless technology that 5G is going to be helping with smart cities, autonomous cars, and such. So when I was researching, I was thinking mainly about cellular networks and mobile phones and things like that. But I found out while researching that there was a lot more to 5G. There's a lot more options other than just cell phones. One of those options I'll talk about is virtual reality. Virtual reality has been the big thing the past couple years. So, due to the less latency and the less lag, virtual reality headsets are actually less nauseous now with 5G help. In addition, normally virtual reality headsets are plugged into a computer using a USB cable. However, 5G allows untethering of these headsets. What this means is that you can use your virtual reality headset, in the car or on a flight or while traveling. Another use of 5G is holographic content. Evercoast is a company making a big impact on holographic software. It uses 16 high-def cameras and 4D volumetric video to create realistic dimensional figures. The image is captured, moved to the cloud, and in minutes, holograms are created. Now, we have holograms right now, but it can take hours to days for them to transfer. Transfer periods with 5G is as little as 18 minutes. So 18 minutes, and then you can create a hologram off of some images captured. Very, very cool. Now, 5G is not perfect. So 5G drawbacks are millimeters waves can't pass through physical barriers well. Therefore, if there's a building and has very thick walls, the 5G waves will not be able to penetrate. That's why we need more transmitters. These waves are short, so we need more transmitters to open up more opportunities. For cities, transmitters can be installed on lampposts or rooftops. For rural areas, they will need to use beamforming. What this does is it redirects waves and uses a lower frequency to elongate these waves so that rural areas can have access to 5G. Finally, I want to talk about the dangers of 5G. Now, low-band and mid-band spectrum are established on frequencies that have been used for decades. Therefore, we're aware that they're not harmful. However, with 5G, with the millimeter waves, many people believe that these waves are harmful, that they cause cancer. Now, we're going to talk a little bit about the two different types of radiation, because that's important. First is ionizing radiation, which is harmful. It breaks chemical bonds, so it's harmful for the skin and DNA. Millimeter waves have longer wavelengths, so they can't damage cells directly. Millimeter waves are non-ionizing. As you can see from the chart, non-ionizing is like phones and microwaves, while ionizing is like X-rays and gamma rays. Although millimeter waves are non-ionizing, they can produce heat, which can cause thermal damage. This only occurs if exposure levels are high and frequent, meaning that you're always around. So basically, 5G is not harmful. Some closing thoughts. 5G is faster, a decrease in lag, has multiple uses, it is not harmful, and we definitely need more transmitters in order to spread the use of 5G. Questions and references.